You guys, welcome to the fourth episode of AnnieWood. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I can't believe you're coming back and back and back. It's just going to get better. We're so excited over here. I have had a blast. We're doing the Fit and Fun Challenge, the Ripped and Rich Challenge. And boy, was that food rich. And boy, did I rip my jeans. God, I gained a lot of weight, but now we're going to lose it. How exciting is that? Also, come see me live. It's so much fun. Todd, isn't it a blast?
It's so much fun. We go on the road. We have so much fun.
It's such a good time. I love meeting you guys. I love doing the meet and greets afterwards. And I love performing my jokes for you. It's my favorite thing to do in the whole world. And it's a dream. And I can't wait to meet you guys. You can see me next this Thursday at the Park Theater in Holland, Michigan. That's December 1st. You can also see me in Grand Rapids, Michigan, December 2nd through 3rd. Look that up on my thing. You can look that up online. I'm also at a comedy club in Grand Rapids, Michigan, December 2nd through 3rd. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada at Wise Guys for the new year, December 30th and 31st. We're going to party. It's going to be the best time of our lives. I'm so excited. I could scream, and I will. I'll probably not have a voice by the third show. Anyway, I will also be in Burbank, California for one night only, January 7th. I'll be at Comedy on the State in Madison, Wisconsin, January 27th through 28th. I will be in Dania Beach, Florida at the Improv, February 3rd through 4th. I will also be in DC at the DC Comedy Loft at the end of February. Look out for those dates. I'll be in Tampa, Florida in March. I will also be in Canada in April. A lot more dates to come. I believe I'm coming to North Carolina and Seattle and a bunch of things. So just go to AnnieLederman.com/shows. And if you're looking to buy someone an Annie Letterman themed Christmas present, we've been selling these on the road, okay? These are the Annie effing Letterman sunglasses, okay? Your girl had them made. They're fun. You can match me. We can be twinsies. I also have the brand new AnnieWood. Oh,
a little dirty, a little messy.
It's got the rug on it. Yours won't. Yours will be brand new. We got to manscape this shirt.
See that?
We manscaped the shirt. So these are the AnnieWood shirts, okay? It was a picture of Dolly Parton that I had seen where she was standing in front of an old car. So I just did me with big fake boobs in front of my Tesla. So you can get those on the road or you can get them at AnnieLetterman.com with all my other merch. Anyway, enjoy the show.
Welcome to AnnieWood.
Hi guys, welcome to AnnieWood. I'm here with my producer, my pro-life producer, Todd.
Yes, I'm back on camera.
Todd's back on camera.
The people have spoken.
The people have spoken. They want Todd. They want more Todd. We'll get another camera. It's weird. I feel like I bought 10,000 cameras, and for some reason, we don't have another camera to put on Todd.
Yeah.
We have cameras. This is rich people problems. We have cameras just, I used to live in my car. Now there's 4 cameras in my car. There's just so many cameras in my car.
Yeah, we actually do have a lot of cameras, yeah.
There's actually so many cameras. Every time we can't find a camera, I'm like, let's just buy another camera. There's so many cameras. We're doing a camera sale.
There's just something.
Camera giveaway.
There's something weird about being on camera behind the desk. I don't know.
Well, it's weird. Well, I don't know. I don't hate that it's just a voice coming out of nowhere. I think that's pretty funny too. And they know what you look like, so it's not like they can piece it together now. But I don't know. You could be being silly over behind the desk.
Yeah. We got Mike Evans here. He's
you can't see him.
We can't see him though. But
he is black.
Yeah, we don't want to give him more than they're ready for. Me on camera yet, not a chance.
He's very Asian.
He does have a black voice though.
He has a black name, doesn't he? Isn't that
yeah. He's got Mike Evans, from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, and from Good Times, there's a black sitcom in the 70s.
Wow.
The main character is Michael Evans.
I'm so glad you knew I didn't know that the 70s. I got scared for a second. I didn't know how old you thought I was.
Not a chance.
Yeah, no, I feel like when producers put them, a lot of producers that I've worked with in the past, they put it on their face, but that's probably because they're trying to up their own Instagram followers.
Yes, and they're trying to be the stars of the show. How many producers do we know that want to do that? I'll never be the star.
Todd's the star fucker of the show. He banged his way into this seat, okay? He worked hard for this seat. He hospital bed banged his way into this seat. everybody knows this about me. I don't know if I've mentioned on here, but Todd and I do have a hospital bed at home with a remote where the bottom comes up, the top comes up. And we have been known to hospital bang where I scooch to the corner of the bed and he zzz me up to his crotch level.
But it's the end of the bed, so your head is
I'm down. I'm up. My Venus mound is the highest point. Let's just say that. My Fupano. It's Mount Fupa.
Well, and speaking of Fupa.
Yes, we have a new addition to the podcast. We don't just have help from Mike Evans. We also have help from a new Fupa pillow. We found this at my favorite store. I will never get over Spencer Gifts. I will never get over Spencer Gifts. We probably should have done this after 10 minutes.
Or does it go like this?
Yeah, you hold it like this. And this is...
And it covers the food.
For YouTube, because we have to do like a clean 10 minutes in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
This is a spaceship.
It's Randy.
It's a thing of Randy. You just hold the Fupa pillow like this, and it covers everything.
Covers the food.
Covers the poop, and this does not fit in the poop. I've tried.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen like on reality TV where they're like, okay, sit down. Well, that I said the sit last time, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I cut it up. But on reality TV, it's like, okay, they're like, you could tell the producers like, all right, just sit here and we'll film here. And then some people are like, oh boy, sit here like this, and then they just get like a. They get like a pillow and they just hug the pillow.
They're always
like,
hugging a pillow.
We know why you're hugging the pillow. Stop.
Or they sit. They kind of sit elevated, like it looks like they're like sitting on a butt plug.
This is the fat guy move. You sit like this and it stretches out the torso, and you're like, yeah, how you doing?
Also, we have a okay. So, by the way, I forgot to address you guys by your names. The slugs, the stannies, the insannies, the orphanies.
Maybe we should do a poll.
Oh yeah, guys, you choose. And the Woodies has been.
The Woodies is a good one.
The Woodies is pretty fucking good, and it's pretty hilarious. It's a pillow too, you know. And so okay, comment below what you would like to be called. You can be a continuation of Slugs from a podcast that shall not be mentioned. Just kidding. Trash Tuesday. Just kidding. Trash Tuesday can carry over. Slugs can come here too. If you want to keep that name, let's go for it. We could be Stannies, Insannies. Those were my inspiration people. The Insannies got a little crazy. I think I did manifest a few schizophrenics, which God bless you. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Please don't murder me. I'm not talking shit on you. Oh, God, they think I'm talking to them specifically. Right now, there's so many people that think I'm talking directly to them. There is no one I'm directly talking to. I'm not talking to you. I am... Speaking of the world, okay? Also, we could do Orphanies or fans because of my daddy Warbucks.
We got some weird mixed reactions for Orphanies. They're like, wait, like we have parents.
No, I'm happy that you have parents. If you don't have parents, also that's cool. I don't know, maybe they were abusive. But I feel like
if you hate your parents, you could be Orphany.
Yeah. Maybe whatever you identify as, you guys can have different pronouns. Oh my God, the AnnieWood pronouns. I go by he, she, and wood. But I think Woody's good. The Woodies is pretty awesome. So little just comment below what you're interested in. Also, should I call myself Annie WK? Because AnnieWood, I don't know. AnnieWood clan. Do you guys want to be a clan? I guess I'm too white for clan.
Yeah, you don't want to be a clan.
Yeah, we don't want to be a clan. Are we forming a guild? The AnnieWood Guild?
There's no like guild. You never hear like documentaries of like bad guilds.
That's right. But why? Because that means people can protest. Guilds always have like picketing and shit. Don't protest AnnieWood, okay? But we have a new fupa pillow. We're also gonna like probably bring some more fupa pillows in, and I think we will be.
Yeah, in the future we'll probably make like a AnnieWood fupa pillows.
We're gonna make some fupa pillows. I want to let all of the people from Me Inspiration know that the Shirtless Cowboys will be coming back on set. We're just figuring out whether to make a fupa pillow out of them or to line behind us with the Cowboys, but they'll be back. This is so insidery.
But you want to give a R&R challenge update?
Oh yes. Okay, so our ripped and rich
Ripped
update.
and rich.
Ripped and rich update is okay, so
I think we've given up on the intermittent fasting.
intermittent fasting. Let's just say we're in the interim of the intermittent fasting. We're in the eating 24/7 part of it.
Yeah, we're getting cookies at night now.
No. We got cookies once. We're not getting cookies. We one time did it. I needed something to go with my ice cream.
Wait, how long did you guys make it? Because I listened to the pod and I go, we're meeting at noon. They'll be fresh on, able to eat at noon.
Oh, that's so nice. Now we can go back to it. It's just it wasn't. It was working for Todd, so it's kind of crazy that you stopped doing it.
I did lose like 5 pounds, 6 pounds in the time I did it.
It's just we've been getting very busy. I now have 3 podcasts, and I'm on the road pretty much every day. So
sometimes her podcast is like her trash shoes is at like 1. She doesn't get back, and then like.
By the time I get back, it's like 5:30. I'm pissed if he eats without me. It's so disrespectful. Unless it's like McDonald's. He eats like trash without me. And then I always look at it as like, because Todd's younger than me, he just is like living a rough life so he can like come to my age. He can be like, rise up to my age group. But I'm pretty healthy. But the ripped part, my trainer's been out of town and I could do like a Zoom with her, but I haven't.
Yeah, you need someone there.
I need her there. She used to kind of just grab me at 7 and we just went. And it's fine.
If someone's at the house, there's no excuse. But if someone's not, you could just be like, oh.
I'm like, I just, you just have to like flip the switch of being like, I work out now. I just haven't flipped the switch. And now we're going away for 2 weeks. So it's like, what am I going to do?
Yeah. Well, I'm getting my, probably by the time this comes out, I'll probably be done with my LASIK eye surgery.
Oh, that's right. That I'm paying for.
I wrote that. Annie paying for Todd's eyes.
I'm paying for his eye surgery. I can't handle these nerd glasses he has to wear. You should see him in the morning. He's completely blind. He's like Josh Potter.
I'm supposed to be wearing my nerd glasses now, but
why are you breaking the rules? For vanity.
I'm just gonna take it out.
For vanity? They should see you as I see you.
No, I'm gonna be gone.
Fucking nerd. They should see you as I see you in the morning with your nerd glasses and your mangina. Todd's either mangining or flopping, doing the flop. The up and down flop.
And we get Randy to try to bite it.
He shows me his chicken heart. We bring Randy up. But I'm paying for Todd's LASIK, so it does feel powerful.
Yeah.
Like you better be on good behavior or I'll fucking reverse it.
What
about the rich part of Ripped and Rich? I just signed with the manager, so now I'm giving 10% more out. So I guess I'm getting less rich.
That's what rich people do is get new managers.
Yeah. Right? I am really excited about this podcast. It feels so good. Like it feels like it's going to be this slow build of my people and we're cultivating a fun hang and I'm really excited to see like it grow and I'm very excited that you guys are here now in the beginning. You guys are the OGs.
This time next year, I'll probably be like an Oscar nominated editor.
Oh my God. Todd is Emmy nominated now.
Emmy nominated.
For his show Making Fun that he worked with Mike O'Dare on a Netflix. Our friend Mike.
Nominated for the editing.
He did the editing.
So it's not just the show. It's
I want our podcast to win editing awards.
I know. It will. The podcast awards?
The podcast awards. The potties.
Is there a podcast
there
awards?
There has to be a podcast awards.
We got to submit and everyone has to vote for us to be the winner.
We start the awards.
Podcast awards 2022. Yeah, they already did it this year. Let's see who the winners were.
Well, yeah, I've heard of people having titles like they won best episode names of last year.
No, really?
Yeah, Tuesdays with Stories has won an award for that, for best episode titles.
Really?
Yeah, how wild is that?
Well,
Tuesdays with Stories. Shout out to another Tuesday podcast. We've got Josh Potter podcast comes out at 6 a.m. Then at 9 a.m. Trash Tuesday comes out. Then at noon, AnnieWood comes out.
Premieres live, so you can join in.
Premieres live, and we watch it live with you, which is so fun. I'm going to do that every time I possibly can. It's so fun. Yoni's always there, my boy Yoni.
You want to hear some of these? They're pretty good.
Sure.
Best male hosted podcast. Oh my God. Of course, this is. Guess what type of podcast? One.
Sports.
True crime.
Or true crime.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Real life, real crime. Maybe we got to check that one out. Best male hosted podcast. I thought Mike Boudet was gonna.
What's the best female hosted podcast?
Let's see.
My Favorite Murder.
Oh, you hate.
Fresh Hell podcast.
Go see how many views they have because I'm
You've
curious.
heard about it?
No. We should just say we're award winning.
We're award
I should have
winning.
named AnnieWood the award winning podcast.
Nominated for best female hosted. You
I
could
don't
get
like
on here for
gendering
sure.
these hosts.
What do
I
you-
know, there's best black hosted too, which
No,
is
what
like
the hell
Yeah. Risky time for that.
Yeah, is there a best white hosted
It's
one
like
too?
black owned podcast. Like, what if there's that white owned? That'd
Yeah,
be
there's
horrible.
best Asian hosted, best Hispanic hosted.
No, I don't like this. This is weird. You're separating, you're segregating us.
Is it called winning a potty?
Yeah, is it a potty? Going potty?
People's Choice Podcast Awards, it's called. It's People's Choice.
I want to get the Squatty Potty Award.
So the best podcast of the year is here's the nominees, and That's Why We Drink. Whose is that? Is that someone's?
No.
We might be
We
drunk.
might be
as
drunk
Mark
as-
and
Oh, right,
Sam.
right.
Yeah.
Baby Mama's No Drama Podcast. And guess what? Baby Mama's No Drama Podcast was the winner of Best Podcast of the Year by the people.
Fuck you. This is paid for by the pods.
Does
Big
it
Mad
say how
True
many
Crime.
like downloads they have or anything?
No, not really. Let's see. Let's check it out. Who's the? Oh, it's two girls. How did they win Best Podcast but not Best Female
They're
Hosted
not even
Podcast?
black. They culturally appropriated baby mama, the term. Oh my God. What the hell is going on? I was like, I think I heard about this on the Shade Room, and I didn't. It was called All Drama Baby Mama.
The Morning Combat got a nominee. That one's, I've heard of that one. Fantasy Football Today.
This is so
That's
interesting.
weird. It is interesting.
Todd, how much editing are you going to do in this beginning?
Is there editing?
No, I'm just
Is there
saying.
an editing?
How much? No, people don't even edit their podcasts.
Okay, comedy category. I've never heard any of these. Absolutely not. Adam Sank Show.
Nope.
And That's Why We Drink. That one. Doughboys. Latinos Out Loud.
You should do one called. We should have a segment called Laotians Out Loud, and it's just Todd talking to his brothers.
We could get on here. We gotta pay our way on here.
We're gonna listen. The Ripped and Rich tour is coming to
Yep.
the Potty
The
Awards.
Ripped and Rich, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Ripped and Rich tour, yeah.
What's
The
that?
Ripped and Rich tour.
That's pretty
Maybe
good.
that's what it is,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
me with like fake money and fake
And then by
abs.
the end, no, you'll be ripped.
Oh my God, the Ripped and Rich
There
tour.
we go. We'll talk
We were
to
thinking
our
about.
guy.
I'm gonna name my tour, and we were thinking about like, are we gonna call it just like AnnieWood tour, but Ripped and Rich
It's
tour?
pretty good.
That's it.
It's pretty good.
But I feel like the only ripping I've been doing is in the seam of my pants.
And the
And the
farts
only
the
rich
thing.
I've been doing has been the chocolate cakes I've been eating. But it's okay. I think I look pretty.
All right, let's see if
I feel
anything-
okay. What are you looking for still?
Oh my God.
The Fupa
There's
Pillow's
a
got to go down.
religion and spirituality.
Oh my God, is God 101 on it? Julie Chen
No,
Moonves?
it's not.
Moonves? I also want to ask another question for the audience. If we did like reality show stuff, would you guys want us to do like a segment on reality TV, or would you want us to just do a separate podcast? Like if you
Yeah,
don't
maybe
watch,
do a
we're
Patreon.
such like big fans of reality TV, and we're collecting all of these
We don't want to isolate
reality
anyone.
stars, but we don't want anyone to feel like left out. Maybe if we like do just a segment with them
Yeah.
and we, you know,
Or Patreon.
or maybe just
thing.
Patreon or something, but just let us know, because if that's something you guys are down with, we are
If more
fucking,
than 50% of our viewers like reality TV, maybe we should just do it.
we love
And we'll get 'em
reality
in.
TV.
Do you like reality TV, Mike?
I do.
What are your shows?
I mean, what are some of my favorite trash stuff lately? I'm on the spot, so of course I can't think of shit. I like Selling Sunset.
Okay.
I like real
yeah,
estate
that was good.
shows.
What about The Challenge or Survivor or any of that?
Survivor back in the day. I like
Yeah.
Real World Road Rules. Those days were fun for me.
No, listen,
gotta get back
the
into it.
days are still here. I don't know if you know that we literally watch them every week. Last night was a great Wednesday nights. We're recording this on a Thursday. Wednesday nights are the greatest night in television for us. It's Survivor and The Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll even throw in a Married at First Sight every once in a while when that's on. Not a great show, but it's something.
Yeah.
But The Challenge is everything.
But let me just say this: the religion and spirituality, the number one, the winner of it, How to Tickle Yourself.
No.
That's what it's called.
No.
Let's see what it is.
Are you
Should
serious?
we play a little bit of it? How to Tickle Yourself.
This sounds like that
It's
documentary
an
where the guy gets
award-winning podcast about finding your true purpose, your true self, your happiness. It's where we use the spark of inquiry to lighten your
There
mind
should be
on
no
fire.
religion,
What does
no
this
church,
mean?
and tickling. It should be a
Wow.
separation between tickling and church. Okay?
That's profound, yeah.
Also, doesn't what is it? Tickle Yourself? Doesn't that sound like the
Tickled?
Ohm University
That sounds like
documentary
that
or the
Tickled.
Ohm Academy, whatever
Oh, yeah.
the fingering cult? There's a documentary where they just finger like the whole.
Yeah, I saw Vice did a documentary about it earlier, like years ago, where it was like there's this place in Santa Monica where women pay to get fingered by guys. And it was just like these guys would come up and there would just be like these older women that just lay back, and then they just like finger them and they like stare them in the
It's
eyes
crazy.
and they finger them, and like you have to give them an orgasm. The guy has to give them an orgasm,
Yeah, well,
and then the guy just goes, "All right, see ya," and he goes home.
Well, I go, "See ya. See ya." So I met a guy. I was on the road. I think it was when I was on the road with Willie Barcena a really long time ago, who I fucking love. I was doing like Bud Friedman's rooms, who just passed away. R.I.P. Bud, you were the man. But I was like in Vegas, and one of his random friends was like, "Yeah, I do this thing where I like go finger this rich woman." I'm like, "What?" He's like, I walk down to the beach to her beach house and I finger her and then I leave. And I was so confused. And then I've never talked to him about it, and I asked him, I was like, "Are you like traumatized by it?" And he was like, "No," but it was like, it's weird. I'm like, "So you don't come, there's no like male pleasure," or there wasn't. And then I think Theo talked about doing it, but I've never talked to him about it. So I don't want to be gossipy, but I think he's like, I'm pretty sure he's openly talked about doing it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw it, I was like, "Doesn't seem like a bad idea."
I'm not gonna lie. When I first was watching the Netflix documentary that day, I was like, "Todd, do you want to come down and watch this with me?" Todd, you should check this part out where she's doing the demonstration of how to find the squishy part.
I thought I'm not gonna say I didn't think about it.
Listen, this woman spread squirt. I'm proud of her. She spread a lot of squirt around
She
the world.
squirted all over him.
I didn't see any squirt, but the thing she was teaching them to do is how you make girls squirt.
Yeah. But then, so the documentary is like, and it's like you could see the problem arising from a mile away. Like, this is not going to end.
But I like when it's like, I like how it's like the guys that are fingering the girls, like there's like one that's attractive, and then another one is like has to bring like a stepping stool to step up. It's like this short bald guy. It's like fucking Vern, what's his name, Mini Me, coming like using his little fingers to finger you.
Because it's supposed to be like what, like female empowerment.
It's supposed to be like, yeah, like female pleasure is the center of everything, and they call it meditating. And then whenever like people would give the leader, this woman, like any sort of flack, she'd be like, "You need to go meditate," and she would like send a guy to go finger them to calm them down. But also, it's like, the demonstrations would just be like a woman, just like all these guys like sitting there, and some women, and then there's a woman just bottomless spread eagle, just pussy fully out. Like, this is like my nightmare. It's like literally like as if like you may as well be like giving birth or something. It's like pussy completely open to everyone. Which, by the way, that's what doing a solo podcast feels like. It feels like this is like that OnlyFans for my heart. Do you understand? I'm spreading my heart for you. But anyway, so they just spread their legs, and then they just are like, "Come here, man." It's like a guy that looks like fucking Uncle Fester comes up, and he's like fingers her, and she's just coming in front of everyone.
Or does she go like, no, a little
yeah,
slower,
she's like showing them, and
okay.
you're gonna do slow and long strokes, and everyone's just like, watching. Like I was watching it with our friend Carrie Mitchell, and we were like blushing the whole time. I was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy!" But then you realize, like, eventually there were so many men coming and not as many women that they started having to be like, "All right, like you got to double, like you got to go." Like sending people
3 times.
whether they wanted to or not, you know what I mean? These women were getting like fucking
because the guys are paying.
They were getting dug out like a
So if the
fucking
guy's
jack-o'-lantern
paying to do the thing,
on
yeah.
Halloween, you know? They were digging out all the seeds. They were fucking putting their seeds in the oven, carving holes, eye holes in it. It was not good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a problem that you could have seen a mile away. Like,
But then they
too many guys signing up,
right.
and not enough girls. That's an obvious problem that was.
And then
happen.
it turned into the guys are like, well, what about our pleasure? And then she realized like they were the ones paying all the money, right? So and then I think she was giving discounts to the girls, and then the guys were like paying so much money to just finger these girls. And then so she was like, all right, if the guys are the ones paying the money, then I'll start having it be about their pleasure. But that's like insane.
It had to be.
And then it turned rapey.
Yeah, it had to be like, but that's the thing, like, you can't like charge the guys more because then they'll want more, you know? It's just a flawed system from the beginning.
We got to get in the mind of a man. What's Whitney's movie's name?
The female brain.
We need to get in the male brain. The male brain. The version of hers is just dudes jizzing everywhere.
No, the male brain is, what about my pleasure? That's what the whole thing.
But it is like, it was very like, it was a wild ride watching that documentary. And the lady was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But mad respect.
I mean,
big fan of cult leaders.
I feel like we could have made the cult a little better.
Well, the thing is with cults, it's like, whenever I watch the cult documentaries, it's like the third episode where I start to go like, okay, this got bad. In the beginning, I was like, this is pretty good. Should I join this cult? This sounds awesome. And then I'm always like, should I start a cult? And then the third episode in is when it starts to get like sexual and weird. But this one like came sexual.
Yeah.
Like it came out sexual.
The way she should have done it, the cult leader or whatever, the way that she should have done it.
No, you don't do quotes. You do quotes. You talk about her, you do quotes like this.
The system, maybe it's still going on. Maybe she could learn a thing or two from cult leaders or as herself. But she should have made it that the men have to be hired. So it's only like super good looking guys, like buff guys. And then the women have to pay.
But then it's sex. It's like sex work. It's illegal.
Is it illegal? I don't know. I thought it would be illegal to just go in and finger blast someone.
Had sex with a prostitute?
No.
Why'd you say
Well, I never have sex with no prostitutes.
But why'd you think about it?
Because it's like, you know, is fucking seeing a girl for one night and buying her food and then going home, is that a prostitute?
Excuse. Are you kidding me?
Well, what if you didn't have intentions of seeing?
Like you hooked up with someone and then you found out they were a prostitute afterwards?
No, like on Tinder or something, right? So you go on Tinder and you're like, I just want to hook up with this person, but she wants me to like take her out and shit. That's kind of like.
Are you kidding?
Prostitution. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Does this
guys?
not sound like Todd? Does this not sound like Todd fucked some prostitutes and then paused when I asked him and then tried to get his way out of it?
Todd, you're towing a dangerous line. She's right.
I mean, that was like. You're trying to be like make a Tinder down with Tinder. It's just prostitution.
I don't know.
Did you have a Tinder date ask for a deposit before? Is that
maybe not a deposit, but you know,
they made sure you were going to pay,
or just that I was going to pay for everything.
Well, I think that
is that prostitution?
What I learned from the Ohm Academy is that female pleasure is a little harder to get than male pleasure. So maybe you guys should pay for our taxi cabs and stuff to come to you.
I had no
money
reserves, but I also had no money. I had no money.
All right, Todd. This is your last day as a nerd.
Oh, I'm scared. Part of me wants to still be a nerd, but.
Well, I'm wondering, are they gonna like unchap your lips?
No. Yeah, maybe I'm not gonna want to play video games anymore.
You're not gonna want to edit AnnieWood?
I'm not gonna want to edit anymore because it's nerdy. You know I like my girls a little bit older. I don't want to lose my sight tonight. No.
So how is it when you wake up now and you don't have your glasses on? Like, what do you see?
I see. This is how I see. Like that. Like it's all blurry like this, and I can't see anything, and it's weird. And then when I get a laser, it's gonna look like this.
So Todd, tell everyone what just happened.
I went and signed all my paperwork, and I'm ready to go.
And then what did they say?
They said
You need
there's
to
gonna
give
be
it
a
balance.
small fee.
I thought it was like dollars and cents, but it was thousands. Ooh, pretty. There's so many pretty paintings you're gonna see soon, Todd.
Oh, I will see it
Can't
all.
wait you to see all the paintings and read all the Chinese characters to me. You look steampunk, Bo.
Look cool.
Yeah. You look great. I'm gonna give you just a. You are sharp. You know you are.
I gotta go change. Let me do my job.
All right, we're ready?
No, you
just
stay
sit here?
there,
Okay.
and they're gonna come prep you.
Great. They're gonna do a flap. They gotta cut a flap out. And then they're
Flaps
gonna,
feel so like.
flap, and then they're gonna shape, and then they're gonna put the flap back.
They're gonna flip the flap back.
And flip the flap.
Gotta put a cute little hat on.
Oh, cover that hairline. Oh, it looks cute. Todd,
Oh no.
don't be scared. Don't be nervous.
Nothing to be nervous about.
Nothing to be
She said
nervous
she's gonna
about.
buy me ice cream after too.
Well, there you
Buy him ice cream and put it in his eyes, though. Is that bad?
This is how far I can see without it being blurry. Right here. So right here I can see, not blurry, clear. And then right here it gets blurry.
Oops, wait. Any last words? Bye? Okay, that's it. Oh. Nice work.
The nominee is.
Ah.
Who is this estranged woman? Oh my goodness.
Do you think I'm pretty?
This way.
Oh,
Can't see you. You're blocking your face.
oh, it feels.
That's wild. You just do that all day?
No, I do tomorrow. I'll do it 12 hours.
Well, you have to do. You had to do LASIK on yourself, so you could.
I did. I did it in the mirror. Except I blinked. That's why it didn't turn out.
Yeah.
That was. I can't believe it. I filmed a
Well,
lot.
thank you
Good
for not
footage.
passing
Yeah.
out. 'Cause that was,
Oh no! I'm into it. I like to.
Sometimes people pass out. And it's like, especially when I lift the flap. That's usually when they get
The
up.
flap. Yes, these
And
are
I really
hot.
would like to stay on till morning.
Okay.
Just to
Really?
be safe. Just to be safe, because you know.
You're just
you
gonna
can nod off
instinctually do
and
it.
You just wake up and do this, and it's too late.
Okay.
I mean, I can straighten him out, but we don't want to do any more surgery.
Yeah. Cool guy.
All right, you go home to sleep.
All
You don't
right.
have to do anything today. Just leave it alone.
Okay.
The longer you sleep, the better it's gonna be tomorrow.
We'll just go lay.
All right.
Go away.
You see? I could see.
Oh,
Can you see our air mattress?
I can see. Old cell phone, laptop, oh, dirty dishes, what have I become?
What the hell is that song? This is gay. All right, guys, we are heading now into the winter season. We are needing to find good presents and things to stock those stuffings for people, okay? Stuff those stockings. All right, guys, we have the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0, and it's got it all. The Lawnmower 4.0 Body Trimmer and Weed Whacker, Nose, Ear, Hair Trimmer feature, advanced skin safe technology to protect your delicate parts and holes. And listen, speaking of your parts and holes, I do sign body parts, okay? I sign breasts. You don't usually need these. And I do sign sacks. So you're going to want to come pre-Manscaped to all of my shows, okay? If you come see me live, I will sign your sack. But don't have all that patchy hair on there, okay? Trim it up for your girl. Let that Sharpie smoothly slide. I'd love to put my John Hancock on your balls.
Both are waterproof, so you can shave in the shower.
Todd again thinking he's so good at... Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0. The Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Now, Todd, you're wearing a beautiful pair of Manscaped Boxers right now.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
I can't.
Oh!
Yeah, there they are. I don't know if you can see.
I like to
Probably
call
not.
it. I like to call my man's caped because they cover his balls. Caped.
Man cape.
He's man caped. Man's caped. And you can take a look at the Sheer 2.0, a luxury nail grooming kit. That kit includes stainless steel nail clippers. They cut your nails. They got tweezers and grooming scissors. No more scratching your lady in bed. Don't be scratching me.
I ain't scratching.
Don't act like a DJ. Like
I
your
ain't
toes are a DJ in
I
bed.
ain't doing nothing.
And my legs are the thingies, the
I ain't
tables.
doing nothing.
You scratching me.
No, I'm not. I'm never scratching nobody.
Go to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Annie. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com when you use the code Annie. So exciting. Manscaped, clear out the leaves. It's your tree trunk's time to shine. Todd, when I first met Todd, so there's Raya is like this, like, I don't know if you guys know about it, but it's rich asshole, young asshole is what my friend says it stands for, which is funny. But my friend Karen Margolis, rich asshole, young asshole. But it's an app that it's supposed to be like this elite app for like people that work in Hollywood and celebrities and stuff. And you have to get invited into it. When I first met Todd, he was complaining that he couldn't get on Raya. Now, at that time, he was working in the basement of the Comedy Store where they don't let you park, okay, anywhere near the Comedy Store. They have to park up this giant hill and they have to walk up or get a ride. And so Todd and I were flarking. We're flirting.
We were flarking.
We're flirting. We're friends. We were friends at first.
What I was gonna say? Oh no!
But I would drive him up this fucking hill to the shittiest car I've ever seen in my life, and it had like there was a T-shirt over the seat that he got with the car. Like he didn't even know what was underneath it. He was afraid to look at what was underneath it.
Still to this day, I've never took it off.
And okay, so look,
it could have been a blood stain. It could have been anything behind that T-shirt.
So look, I was on Raya. If I matched with someone and they drove up in that fucking car, I would sue Raya. I would sue Raya.
Yeah.
It's a superficial app. It's like some of them are like producers, some of them are agents. Like it's awkward. It's like, oh, I can go on a date and potentially also ruin a business relationship at the same time.
And you could get on for just like having pictures with like famous people.
No, that's what happened to me. The first guy that I ever went on a date with, I think the only guy actually. I went on a date with from it. Or no, I went on 2 dates. But
Yeah,
the
don't
first
act
guy,
like you didn't go on
the first guy, I forgot.
Don't forget about the sweet pea apple over the eye.
So embarrassing. Don't out me like that.
I can't believe we're just going to move on from that.
Sweet pea
Stop!
apple of my eye.
Stop. Anyway, I went on a date with this other guy before that who was I like met up with him and he goes, how did you get on Raya? And I go, oh, I'm like a comedian. And I go, how'd you get on Raya? And he goes, my friend manages One Direction, so I was like in a picture with them, and
oh my god,
that's how
his friend manages.
It wasn't even.
So he like shows up and outs himself as a nobody right off the bat.
Yeah, he does.
That's so annoying.
You kind of have to.
Well, I know it's like
you kind of have to lead off with that.
But nothing was gonna. He didn't live in the same. It wasn't like we were gonna like long distance.
Can I tell you something I did on a date that was so embarrassing, and I feel bad for it?
What, left his shit in the toilet? He did that to me.
No.
Didn't flush your shit?
I was a server at an Italian restaurant.
That's already embarrassing.
And then I met this girl, and she was like, she was like, oh, what do you do? And like in the Italian restaurant, there was like a bunch of like wines. So I was like, oh, like I'm like a wine
sommelier.
Like, yeah, what is it?
Sommelier.
Sommelier, yeah, or whatever. She's like, oh, that's so cool. And then when I went on there, I was like, yeah, I gotta admit something. I don't know why I said that. I said
you lied.
I'm just a server at the restaurant. She was like, oh, okay. And then the rest of the date was so bad and awkward.
Because you were a liar.
Because I lied. Well, I thought it was like a joke.
You know what's gonna be so awkward
like
too is like the rest of our relationship. Now that I know you're a weird liar.
Well, no,
you
I thought it was gonna be like a joke. Well, this was like.
Oh my God, he's probably cheating on me. I hate liars. You lie and you lie for that type of thing?
I know. Well, it was because it was just like, it was like kind of like a joke thing. She met me at the restaurant while I was wearing my thing. So I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm a wine thing. But then I felt like she like really thought that I was that. So I had to be like, oh, yeah, just like I'm
what
not
a dumb thing to be impressed by the way.
They don't make a sommelier wear a name tag. This is Todd.
What a stupid fucking thing to be impressed by.
I know.
My friend dated a guy who ended up becoming a sommelier, and he's fine, but it just was like this is like it's like you're just like a fancy alcoholic.
Yeah, and it's just like you're a salesman. So you got to go to the restaurants and be like, look at this bottle of wine. You want this?
Well, they work at the restaurants, don't they? Like tell people.
Oh yeah, they get the people selling the wine. They go, oh yeah.
They're like a concierge of wine.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it is a cool job.
Well, I just don't drink, so I think it's lame. I'm like, I don't drink. I'm like, fucking losers doing that thing I don't do. Ew.
You're just
lame.
being a picky alcoholic.
Yeah, like, ugh. Well, before I quit drinking, when I was like pretty young, I think I was underage actually. I think I was 20. I went on spring break. I had this bipolar boyfriend who was so crazy, but it was so fun. Half the time he was like, like wrestling me too hard and calling me a cunt. And the other,
oh my God, wrestling you too hard?
Yeah, you're like, is this a game? Are we playing? Yeah. What's happening
I can't even grab you too hard without you being like, ah.
Because I was in a weird way. Like, no, he wasn't like abusing me, but you were like, is this going to turn? And like all of a sudden, like, you're saying cunt too hard.
It could definitely turn.
But then the other half of the time, he was so fucking fun. He would pick me up from class. He would just show up. By the way, the way he became my boyfriend was we were friends and he just like yelled at me into being his girlfriend. He's like, you either be my girlfriend or we're not friends. And I was like,
oh my God,
that happened to me twice.
Scary.
That's happened to me so many times. And they do always end up being like very scary relationships. But I was like having fun hanging out with him. And I was like, maybe that's a crush I didn't realize or whatever. But it wasn't. But he was fun. So he would pick me up from class. One time he picked me up from school. It was like snowing out. I went to school in New Mexico. He picked me up from I just walked out and he was there and he drove by, swung the door open and he goes, get in, we're going to the hot springs. I was like, okay. So I get in the car and be like, go to the hot springs. We're not dressed for cold weather. There's snow in the mountains and stuff. So we end up going to this freezing cold mountain. We're like climbing up through the snow. He took me like the wrong route. So we were like grabbing onto like roots to get up there and like stepping in I was wearing like Chuck Taylors,
Oh
like
my
stepping into
God.
the thing. I just remember like we're like falling in feet. It was just like we almost died, but the hot springs were great once we got there. We did drink a bottle of wine. And then so anyway, so that guy, we went on for spring break, we went on a road trip and I had this I had hosted like a potential student. I don't remember like someone had like a girl that was like was a senior in high school a prospect. She came and stayed in my room with me and we like took her around. And so this girl Madeline, she lived in Napa Valley. And so we were like, oh, we'll just like go visit Madeline. We had fun with her. We'll go visit Madeline and we will like go to wine country, be fun, road trip. So we go on the road trip and like 2 days in, my boyfriend runs out of money. So we're just like, I have my parents' credit card for like emergencies. So we just put the whole thing. He's like, I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back.
Oh
So
my
I put the whole thing on
God.
my parents' credit card. My parents were so mad. But so we did the emergency credit card the whole time. And then we picked Madeline up and ended up going to like their house in Oregon or something, that a lake house. And it was like kind of,
Oregon?
yeah.
Oregon?
Did I say Oregon?
I think you said Oregon.
Oregon, went to Oregon. Anyway, it was a long trip. We drove a long way from Santa Fe all the way up to Oregon. And they were Oregoning together. They started fucking each other. It was like so awkward.
That's
I was
so
like,
sad.
I didn't even want to, my feelings weren't hurt. I was just like, fuck you guys. This is so annoying. First of
Yeah.
all, I didn't even want to be your girlfriend. You made me be your fucking girlfriend. You spent all my money. Now I gotta just I'm the third wheel on my own fucking thing that I paid for. So then we drove back. We stopped at like he had an aunt somewhere along the road and she was like, oh, because I was driving the whole way. He didn't even fucking stay up with me.
Yeah.
So they gave me a book on tape and it was Angela's Ashes. So I just had gotten cheated on by this fucking asshole. He spent all my parents' money. We're driving back and I'm listening to the saddest fucking movie I've ever heard in my life. I'm just like crying and driving. It was raining. I'm like, is these tears or are they on the fucking tears or are they raindrops? It was just totally fucked up. And then he refused to pay me back. Like we weren't cool when we got back. I was like, what the fuck? And he wouldn't pay me back. And then years later, he had moved out of Santa Fe and I was working at this place called The Cowgirl. He came out of the bathroom just randomly. I go, oh my God, what's up? And like so much time had passed. I'm not mad at this guy anymore. And he goes, I owe you money. Let's go shopping. So bipolar. How bipolar is that? And then he took me on like a shopping spree and bought me
my
all
God.
this stuff. My parents were just out the money. But I mean, it was like so fun. I'm still friends with him.
You guys wrestled for old time's sake?
No more wrestling. There was never any more wrestling. The romance ended, but we had fun. And his one of my best friends is actually married to his brother, so I see him all the time now.
He switched girlfriends on the trip?
Yeah. And then she came to
That's
visit. I was
crazy.
like, you can't come to the school now, bitch.
That's fucked.
But Madeline was fine. It was all in the end, it was fine.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. I had like a roommate once that we like hooked up once and then like after we were like, oh, this is weird.
Mhm.
And then like she was like into like black guys too. And
As well as you?
Yeah, and I
You also like black guys?
no, she was into
You
black
both had that in
guys.
common?
But I like hooked her up with one of my friends. I was like going out with like one of my friends who's black, and I was like, oh, like my roommate and everything, and I like hooked him up. And then like
Is that like hooking like gay guys up when you're like, oh, I have a friend you'd like, and they're like, why do you think I would just like your gay friend? You just you're like, I know a
I
black
just
guy.
knew that she was gonna like him.
Yeah.
I was like, I just had a feeling that she was gonna
That's
like
nice
him.
of you.
I know, it was nice, and I was
Who are
like,
you gonna
cool.
set me up with when we break up? The black guy?
And then, but then like we go back
Never,
to like
I
our
love him.
apartment, and I'm like thinking we're all gonna hang out and shit, and they just go in and they just start banging so loud, and it was just so like annoying, and I was like, why did I do this? This is so annoying.
Well, just like,
Like,
how did
why
I all of a
did I
sudden become
do
like
this?
a third wheel in
Yeah,
this situation? But
exactly.
that
That's
you
what I
did.
felt like.
I'm trapped on the fucking road with them. It was crazy. I was like, what the hell? I just like came out of the shower once and they were just like sitting on each other's laps.
then
I was
kinda-
like, what the fuck is going on? You literally, he almost kicked me out of his car physically when he was like, be my girlfriend or get out.
And then let me tell you something, the funniest part. So after she like banged this black guy all night,
Were you at all horny?
no, I was
He's
like
not
annoyed.
a cuck. He's not a
I
cuck.
was annoyed. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I thought we were all gonna hang out all night and shit. It was like, And then they were just, so I'm like, what the fuck? And then the next morning, like, I guess he like left early. He wasn't even there. She like comes out of her room and she's wearing like what are those like African?
No, Tashiki.
No. She wore it all day. I was like, oh Jesus.
Well, that story got me so horny. I'm gonna have to. Can you edit it to me just?
Smoking
I like that
ciggy?
story. Tell me more about the black guy. Just kidding.
Yeah,
God, I made a breakup joke. I don't ever want to break up with you. I love you so much.
Love each other so much.
I don't even like making jokes about it. I love him. We're gonna have offspring. Speaking of offspring.
Oh, we're gonna have offspring.
We've never really gotten a chance to tell the frozen embryo story. So I was gonna freeze my eggs and then the doctor convinced us to freeze embryos. And so Todd had to go in and jerk off in a cup, but the story was kind of amazing. Now my part leading up to him having to jerk off in the cup to freeze the eggs, they just send you, go in for like an initial meeting, they do an ultrasound, they check out like what's going on in there. And if you're good, they just send you all of this medicine.
Needles
and stuff. And they're like, you're a nurse, go for it. You're now a doctor. Yeah. And you have to just, I've never done anything like this. I'm not an ex-heroin addict. I've never given myself a little tattoo. I've never pierced my own ear. I've never done that. And all of a sudden I'm literally an MD. So I had to do it and it was crazy. I had to do all these different things. You have to mix the things. I'm a chemist too.
It's
this
weird.
Is fucking crazy.
They give you like just a piece of paper and they're like, this is what you have to do. Don't fuck it up.
And I'm like, and it's so fucking expensive. It's so expensive. Like if you fuck the medicine up, you're totally screwed. So that was hell. And it was just like your hormones are crazy. I just was like very unhappy. It was very hard. So then Todd's part comes in.
And then so it's my turn to go into the hospital and do the whack off into a cup routine. So I go in, and Annie gets taken somewhere else. I have to go to the whack off station. And it's so, and this is not like a cheap place. This is like a high quality, like
it's the Kardashians doctor.
Celebrities go to
it's
this
the
place.
Kardashians doctor.
It's the Kardashians doctor. And so I go in, and they're like, okay, it's just in this room over here. It's literally like an old hospital like chair, like the guest's chair. It's got a piece of white paper on it, like, you know, like a roll of paper that they just roll, and you could just tell they just rip it off and roll it down when someone's done.
Like butcher paper, wax paper.
Yeah, exactly. So you sit in
Butcher for your chicken heart.
You sit in it, and it immediately rips when you sit in it. And so it's just your bare ass on like this hospital chair. And they're like, all right. And then there's just a TV that's like a computer also or something. And then you just have a mouse. And then it just says like pornography website. And you just click on it.
What if it was an actual mouse to like put up your ass? It was like a gerbil.
And you click on it, and it's RedTube of all porn sites that you just.
Is that one bad? That's the
It's
only
not
one
my
I ever
go-to.
looked at.
It's definitely not my go-to.
Yeah. So it's like RedTube, and it's just like, and like the front page of RedTube is like, your sister comes in and spies on you. And you're like, oh my.
Like, wait, I don't have a sister. This doesn't make any sense.
I barely watch porn, like barely. So it's just like, and
But let's just say when you watch it, it's two of your sisters at once.
Yeah, I only watch like lesbian porn.
Girl gets wrestled a little too hard.
And so I'm like, oh my God, this is so weird. And it was just so weird because it's like, you're thinking about it and you're like, I'm like whacking off and you have to like, I'm thinking like, oh, this is not like the video I want to like come to that my children is going to be born from, you know? It's weird to think like, you're like, oh, I don't want to like, this is the one. But then I started thinking like, oh, I don't even want to think about, you know, that being a thing in the thing. So it's just like me thinking like, oh my God, this is like just so weird.
So we got our results and we have 4 embryos.
We're good ones.
4 frozen good embryos.
One of them's a little wonky.
One's a little wonky, but that's okay. So he jerked off in the cup. They put the sperm into the eggs, and then they saw which ones were good. They had to take my eggs out. They scooped me.
They scooped her.
They scooped me like Ohm Academy.
Ohm Academy, that's what it's called?
Something like that. What if that's how the doctor got it out? He just got like nails like mine. And he was like, let me get these eggs.
Scraped them,
But
scratched
it did
them.
hurt. And then got the eggs out. He did that. And he ended up finding 4 frozen embryos. And you can find out.
Found a bunch of embryos.
Oh yeah, there were a bunch of embryos. What were they, like 11 or something?
There was like 12. There was like a baker's dozen.
There
like
was a
13.
baker's dozen. But let's just say a few didn't have yolks. Just a few weren't like the high enough grade for them to freeze. But we had 4 frozen embryos, and we decided to find out the gender. And they are all 4 beautiful boys. So
2 twins.
we have 2 twins.
Somehow we got 2 twins out of
2 twins. We
frozen
put 2 in
embryos.
at once. We put 2 in at once. We have our star. This is Todd Jr.
Oh.
And then TJ. Named after TJ Lavin of the challenge. And then we figured 1 out of 4 will be trans. So, and we are gonna love they.
What was his dead name?
His dead name was
Don Jr.
Don Jr. And these are Trump and Biden. Trump, Biden, TJ, and what's her new name?
Don Jr. And then her new name is
Danette.
Danette.
And Danette.
Oh. Yeah, one's gonna be a football quarterback star. One's gonna be like
These are gonna be twin actors.
Twin actor.
And a dancer. They're all artists though. They're all like their own type of art.
So cute, so good. Oh. Oh. Oh.
The thing is, the truth is that Todd would literally be holding them the whole time. There's no way I would be holding these babies. When I have kids, first of all, I'm going to be too elderly. I'm going to be 97 when I fucking defrost these bitches.
Well, maybe we could get surrogates,
Yeah.
right?
Who?
Maybe we should put all 4 in a surrogate at once.
No, but what if they fuck it up? What if they smoke?
Well, we'll get a non-smoker.
People say my eyes are wide. Maybe that's what we need to do. Make sure they smoke so the kids look like me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, calculated defects, you know?
Oh. Well, should we put him back?
Sure.
We have him like dangling from up here.
Oh my God.
No, let's just put him away.
Little rascal.
Oh. Make sure it
Oh,
looks
shit.
good.
Sorry.
Right at the camera. Ooh, they make a thump when they hit the ground.
We really do want to see what our kids would look like when they're older. So Todd used the same stuff that they use on
It's a new technology.
the milk
age
carton technology,
progression.
the age progression. So he did come up with what all of our children are going to look like when they're adults or older. Guys, I know that this is just like pretend kids, but I do already have a favorite. I like TJ the most. I feel bad. I feel like Danette is going to need the most love, though. I just want to be clear in case anyone's mad that we made one of the kids trans. They just didn't have they didn't have a 4th boy. So we had to get a girl, and I had to make the spin. I bought these on the road at a rest stop in
They're in killer shape.
Aren't they so cute? I
Yeah.
bought them at a rest stop on the way to San Jose, California.
For like $40 each.
I
Beautiful.
spent so much money on them, but I saw them and I went, this is what AnnieWood is. I go, welcome to motherfucking AnnieWood, kids.
A 3-digit total at a gas station register with these.
I always thought that I wanted to get rich enough to like go into a yoga studio and buy their expensive like yoga pants. But I realized I actually want to get rich enough to spend so much money, like really put a dent in my bank account at a gas station.
Yeah.
Now that's ripped and rich.
I thought you were going to say to pay for all these yoga classes and not go to them.
Do you remember when we first started dating? Let me just tell you something. Todd came over and Todd was just this young basement Todd, okay? I didn't know what I was going to do. He had a shitty car. He was complaining about not being on
A
Riot.
moped, too, at the time,
Yeah,
right?
moped.
Yeah, moped,
He
yeah.
was fucking lying to girls about being a sommelier. Okay? I didn't know what I was going to do with this kid, but we love Survivor, okay? We connected over Survivor. So he came over to my house. We kissed. We did the others. And And then I wanted him gone. I was like, we got to get rid of this kid. What am I going to do with him? I don't know what to do with him. It doesn't make sense. I'm busy. I'm a working comedian. And Todd goes, don't you want someone to like love and support you and help you get up in the morning and go to yoga? You literally said that to me. And I said, no, motherfucker, get the fuck out of my house. And then the pandemic hit and I fell in love.
Oh.
But I was promised someone that would help me go to yoga. So
I do
technically,
help you.
how? When have you ever
I
helped
say,
me?
get up, woman.
No,
It's
you
time to go.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't. You make me walk the dog.
You go to the coffee shop for 10 hours. Just chatting,
It's
telling
another
everyone
social
everything.
hour. It's another social hour. I used to be a waitress. I have to make up. I do
The
talk so
people at
much.
the coffee shop probably know
Your dick size.
everything more than the podcast listeners.
I will say this. I do talk so much. It's crazy. I want to welcome all of my old fans that I've collected over the past 13 years in comedy. And I also want to welcome my new fans that I've collected over the past 3 months.
Well, let's just say if you are a fan of Annie's and you're going, whoa, what? She has a solo podcast. I've never heard of this. How could I have not have?
Why? Yeah, I've been following her for years. I check up all the time. Why was this not sent to me in the algorithm? If you're looking at the numbers and you're going, wow, these numbers are kind of low for how popular Annie is. Don't worry, we felt the same way. So we checked in with our master social media guy, and he found out
that 80% of Annie's reach, 80% of her reach on Facebook and Instagram have been going to India. So, well, the thing is, like, should we say, like, how we hired we had one social media team that...
I suspect that one of my social media teams tried to buy a reach to look like they were doing a good job.
Yeah.
None of this is confirmed, but I don't know how the hell it happened.
Yeah.
But it did happen right when they started working with me. And then, so now, I mean, because listen, I am never buying followers. I'm never buying anything. I am a live comedy bitch, okay? I need people in seats. I don't want anything fake. And to be honest, nothing fake. The tits every once in a while, but that's funny. The abs are real, so I don't know what you're talking about. The hair is mine. I'm a real bitch. These are my eyelashes. Leave me alone. No, but I'm never going to be fake. I would never in a million years try to get fake reach. But I think these people on my behalf did that.
Because I'm looking at Annie's like Instagram and I'm going, why are you getting like 20,000 views, 50,000 views? You have over 270,000 followers. Like the numbers just aren't adding up to me.
They don't crunch.
So I call her social media team and I go, guys, what's going on? Why are we like, I feel like we've been knocked out of the algorithm. Like what's going on here?
Yeah, before I hired them, everything was just fine. Fine and dandy.
And then they're like, well, you just haven't been doing enough trends and you haven't been doing the hashtags right.
I haven't been doing
this right.
TikTok dances. No, guys, the day I do TikTok dances, the day you know that aliens are real and I have been possessed by one, I will never be a TikTok dance girl. That's not who I am.
Yeah. So.
But I have been working on a few dances.
Yeah. So then our new social media guy came in and said, wait a second. Why is all of your shit going to India? Like, let me see. What is your top cities? Her top cities are that's what's really shocking.
This is all getting fixed. Hopefully by the time this airs, it's all going to be fixed.
It's like Mumbai.
It's
not
Mumbai.
even Mumbai.
It
it's
isn't?
like small cities in India.
It's like the Ventura of Mumbai.
Let's see here. All right. Accounts reached. So this is her reach. Bangalore is #1 city.
I've never even heard of Bangalore.
Is Bangalore.
I was banged galore in college, but I've never.
#2 city is Chennai. What the hell is Chennai? Her #3 city is Delhi.
Delhi. Oh my God. Todd is so dumb. Delhi.
And her number 4 is Calcutta.
Calcutta.
So that's it. And your top country with 77.9% accounts reached, India.
I mean, so I want to welcome. I want to welcome my new followers.
Yeah, maybe we just like can someone like transcribe this for us in India or
in Indian? Oh my God, in Hindi. Wait, look up
Hindi.
Look up
whatever.
Hindi. I want to get. Am I allowed to have a bindi now? Is
Look
it
up
too
what?
cultural appropriation for me to have a bindi? I looked up some Bollywood dances. I feel like I'm married to a fucking Jonas brother, bitch. Will you look up like just translation? Let's see if I can try to.
Okay, yeah.
India is not a place I've ever been to. I don't have that many friends from India. Like I have very few. I would say that's like my smallest percentage of my real life. Like my girl that does my eyebrows could probably teach me this. Naskar, Mary Hindu, Prasheskion, Kapir, Prasand, Karun, Un, Sanasari.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was good.
Oh, AnnieWood is like Bollywood. Oh my God, you guys, AnnieWood's like Bollywood.
We're like the new Bollywood.
I'm a AnnieWood star and a Bollywood star. Marchir Persante, Chicken Tikka Saleh.
Well, this is AnnieWood, we ain't gotta pretend, cause this is all real spill from beginning to end. This is AnnieWood, we ain't gotta pretend, cause this is all real spill from beginning to end. Raised as a twin, I'm a slug with bananas, got bows and rows, yeah, I pose for the cameras. Rolling on my scooter and you know I'm looking fresh. Eating my banana, drinking liquid death. This is AnnieWood, we manifest the check. Just opened up a door and Esther was on the steps. This is AnnieWood, we manifest the check. Just opened up a door and Esther was on the steps.